Hi, this is Jack Godfrey, and this is Beginner Qigong. Today, we're focusing on some twisting of the spine, keeping the spine healthy and flexible, which will make for a more stable and mobile person in you. But first of all, I want to talk a little bit about Qigong. There are three aspects to Qigong, and they are the Jing, the Qi, and the Shen. So the Jing is the physical movements, the waving the arms, the turning of the body. And this is the part that everybody starts with because it's the most visible thing. You got to move your arms like this. You got to stand like a dragon. You got to move like a turtle. You got to be able to move from side to side. So the physical aspect, the very easiest thing to begin with. But if all you did was focus on the physical movement, all you're really doing is just exercising. You're not getting near the full benefit of Qigong at all. And then we move on to the second part of Qigong, the Qi. So the Jing, the physical movement, the Qi, the energetic part of the practice. And this is the blood, the breath, the electrical, bioelectric within the body itself. This is the energetic part. So when we do a Qigong practice, we move. We also stand, but we're focusing on the moving at the moment. And as part of that movement, we do it to the breath. And we do it slowly. So typically, for most of the movements, we'll be breathing in for 4 seconds, and we'll be breathing out for 4 seconds. And this allows us to move in a coordinated fashion and also gets the body out of fight or flight mode into the relax, rest, and restore mode, the opposite of fight and flight. This mode, the relax, rest, and restore, is also part of what helps to reduce the stress in the body. And that's where we get into the next component, the Shen. The Shen is the mind, the mental aspect. What are we thinking about while we're doing our practice? Are we wondering about what groceries am I going to get later today? What have I got? What else do I need to do after class? What should I have done before class? Oh no, yesterday there was this problem and I didn't react well. This is known as the monkey mind, and you're not focusing in the moment at all. The best thing you can do is focus on the moment. Qigong, Tai Chi, yoga, they're all known as meditation in motion. And once we get into a meditative state, then the Qigong experience becomes a whole lot more. So we start out with the Qi. No, we don't. We start out with the Jing, the physical movement. So you inhale, we lift the arms up for a count of 4. Exhale, we lower the arms down for a count of 4. Having a ticking clock in the room, having a piece of music will help with this, and also will help with the mind focusing on what we're doing as well and staying in the present moment. So inhale for a count of 4. If we have a ticking clock or a piece of music that's got a 1-second beat in it, the mind would go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then exhale. And we would go follow counting down as well as the arms move down. And so focusing the mind, you get all three going, and you'll find that the stress in the body, at least while we're doing the practice, while we're doing the movements, will reduce. Now the key is that whenever you feel stress coming on throughout the day, is take a moment. Do standing on a boat, with or without the arms. Breathe in for a count of 4, breathe out for a count of 4. Watch the hands as they come up and as they go down. Check out your body as you come up. Is the weight in the right place? Am I looking in the right place? For most of the Qigong movements, you want to be watching the hands as they move about. This helps, once again, to focus the Shen on the present moment, on what's going on. And when you're able to accomplish all three of these, getting the Jing, the physical movement, the qi, the energetic part, and the shan, the mental part, all focused on what we're doing at the present moment. You'll find the benefits from Qigong are significant. But it does take a while. So today, in the Beginner Qigong class, we're going to work on the twisting movements to develop some flexibility in the spine. Now it's time to start. So today in the Beginner Qigong, we're going to start with our standing posture. Just briefly, we're going to do a bit of a review of that. In other classes, we've talked a lot about our narrow stance, the small triangle, the front of the feet, the large triangle, the whole foot. So small triangle, big toe, little toe, ball joint, large triangle, big toe, little toe, heel. And we have also talked a fair bit about the dragon's back and the turtle back. So dragon's back, we lift the ribs, we lift the chin, we lift the tailbone, we stretch the front of the body. Turtle back, we tuck the chin, we tuck the tailbone, we drop the ribs, bring the shoulders forward, and we round the back, so we're stretching the back. And that's about all we're going to focus on for that. Now we move into standing like a tree. It's springtime, and the standing movement is stand like a tree. And so we want to have the feet, again, comfortably in that narrow stance. Outside of hip, the feet coming, the legs coming straight down out of the hips and in to the soles of the feet. You put the weight on the toes, you put the weight on the heels, and then we come to the center. And now we pull the belly button in, tuck the tailbone in. We hold the hips here, we push down with the thumbs to pull the tailbone into the body. We lift the ribs, bring the bottom of the shoulder blades together by bringing the elbows towards each other and turning the hands out. And now we bring the hands up. So the center of the palm is roughly in line with the eyes here. Bring the elbows back a little bit, but bring the hands forward. So you want the hands to line up with the toes. So a little bit closer here, you can see what's going on. And so now it's inhale. We push into the breeze as we come onto the small triangle. And then exhale. We let the breeze push us back onto the large triangle. So inhaling. Exhale. So inhale for a count of 4. Exhale. So inhale, draw the chi up through the center of the feet into the brass basin. And then exhale, send it out through the center of the palms. Inhale, draw the chi in through the center of the palms. And exhale, we send it out through the soles of the feet. So one more cycle. And we'll let the arms come down. And now we're going to move on to some movement after our standing still practice. So we're going to begin with warming the body up a little bit. So we're going to do shaking the 9 gates. So once again, the feet are comfortably in that narrow stance. Our hands are wet. shake the water off the hands. So get the elbows, the wrists, and the shoulders going up and down. And then we add in the hips, the knees, and the ankles. And then the next one is we twist the spine. So you turn, we look over the shoulder. Inhale, we're here. Then exhale, we look over the other shoulder. Inhale for a count of 4. And then exhale, we twist for a count of 4. Inhale here. And exhale. And we'll do once more on each side. So inhale and exhale. And final exhale here. And we come back to the front. Should have some color in the hands, should have a little bit of tingling going on. And this is us getting the chi into the extremities, warming the hands up, warming the feet up. Now the next one that we're working on is standing on a boat. So once again, small triangle, dragon's back. We lift the arms. Large triangle, turtle back. We drop the arms. So inhale, we come up. Exhale, we come on down. Inhaling. Exhale. Inhaling. And exhale. Inhale, we bring the arms up. We're on the small triangle with a dragon's back. Exhale, large triangle with a turtle back. So we do 2 more. Inhaling. Last one. All right. And now we move on to wave hands like clouds. So we need a different stance here. So we're stepping out to the side and the feet more or less parallel. And you want to have a stack of bones here. So the shoulders, the ribs, the hip, the ankle, all in one pile, as if we were leaning against a broomstick. And we come over here. We have the same thing going on. Shoulder, ribs, hip, ankle. Knee bent, leg straight. And now, we're going to work our way up to wave hands like clouds. So bring all the weight over here onto this foot. Put the weight in the toes. Push with the toes and put the weight into the heels, into this heel. Now shift the weight into the toes. Push and bring the weight onto this heel. Come up onto the toes. Push, and we sink into the heel. And so what's happening here is we're making a figure 8 as we move from side to side. So the weight's in the heels, shift it into the toes, push with this foot, the hips turn, and we're here, weight in the heel. Shift into the toe, we come over here. And the weight's in the heels. So the hips are naturally turning here. So if we had the hands like this, fingertips in the belly button, pop the fingers out, and you put the weight in the heels, you would see the foot between your hands. Shift into the toes, put the weight in the toes. Push with the toes. The hips turn, put the weight in the heels, and there's the foot between the hands again. Shift into the toes, push with the toes, sink into the heel. And here we are, the foot's between our hands again. Now, turn the shoulders a little bit and hold a ball here next to the shoulders. Put weight in the toes, push with the toes, weight in the heel, let the ball rise up. And then we shift into the toes, we come across into the heel. And here we are over here. And now wave hands like clouds. So let's come back here. So weight in the heel. We're looking slightly this way. Hold the hands like this. And now put the weight in the toes, and we let the hands move as the torso comes up. And the hands aren't doing much of anything. It's mostly the torso that's doing all the work. And so you push with the toes, land in the heels. Push with the toes, land in the heel. Shift the weight to the toes. We come across, the weight's in the heel. We shift into the toes. We come back. And we come here. We come up to the center. And we move. This is wave hands like clouds. Land in the heels. Shift the weight to the toes. Land in the heel. Come to the toes. We come across like this. And we'll do once more. Last part. And that was wave hands like clouds, with moving from side to side, with the hips moving in a figure eight. Now, we're going to move on to some more twisting of the spine here, a little bit more vigorous this time. Double hands hold up the heavens. Interlace your fingers. Push your fingers, your arms away. You're looking to straighten them out, depending on what your body is able to do. You bring the hands up overhead. So it's inhale here, and then exhale, we push up and we lift up. You only need to take weight off your toes a little bit. So inhale, exhale. Inhale, and we push to the side. Keep the shoulders one above the other. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. So once more like this. So inhaling, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And now we're going to add a twist to this. So we're going to be doing this sort of movement as part of what we were just doing. So double hands hold up the heavens. We push up. We push to the side. We come back to the center. We push up. We go to the side. We come back to the center. Now the hands stay up. Inhale here. Exhale, we turn the head. We twist the spine. We look behind. Inhale, we're back to the front. And then exhale, we twist. We look over the other shoulder. We're back to the front. We let the arms come down. And now we repeat. And the arms come down. So do this twice more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale here. We come back to the front on the exhale, and we'll let the arms come down. All right, so now we're going to move on to divide heaven and earth. So for this one, we're holding the ball in front of the body, the one hand on top of the other. And now what we're going to do is we're going to turn that ball over. We're going to push up with the top hand. We're going to push down with the bottom hand. So you're looking for it to get a big stretch from the wrist all the way down to the toes here. So push the wrists away, draw the fingertips towards each other, and then we hold the ball. We turn the ball over. Top hand up, bottom hand down. Once again, pushing the wrists away. Now we add a twist. So inhale, we come here, we turn the ball over. Exhale, we push down, we push up, and the bottom hand turns around behind the hips. We turn the head, look over the shoulder. And then inhale, we come back to the front. Turn the ball over, push up, push down, turn, look over the shoulder. We come back to the front. Turn the ball over. Push up, push down, draw the fingertips towards each other, and we give a twist. We come back to the front. We hold the ball. We turn it over. We push up, we push down, look to the upper hand, pull the fingertips towards the head, and then turn and look behind. Turn the head, look over the shoulder, big twist in the spine. And then we come back to the front. The hands hold that ball. We turn the hand over. We push up, we push down. Big stretch in the side of the body as we turn and look over the shoulder. Come back to the front, holding the ball. Inhale, we come here. And exhale, we twist and look over the shoulder. We come back to the front. We turn that ball over. Bottom hand pushes down, top hand pushes up, and we turn and look behind. Inhale, we're here. And once more, each side. Last side. All right, divide heaven and earth. And now the next one we're going to work on is cat gazes at the moon. And so for this, in the full pose, we do it bent over, but we're going to introduce the twist, standing up. So we need to be in a wider stance here. So we're looking for stacking the bones to begin with, and maybe this is going to work for you, but you can also move the feet out a little bit further into horse riding stance. And so for this, you're going to bring the knees forward, lower the hips down, keep the torso more or less vertical. And you want to have the knees come forward over the big toes. So for cat gazes at the moon, this has a twist going on as well. And the twist, I'm going to do it vertically this way to begin with. So you have the hands resting here on the hips for this vertical version, and you take this shoulder and you bring it this way. And so we're here, and you twist, you want to keep the hips as still as possible, and you bring the shoulders around like this, and we look behind. So we're looking over the shoulder. We come back to the front, and we look over the opposite shoulder. Turn the head, turn the shoulders, keep the hips as still as possible. And we're back here. So it's inhale here, and then it's exhale. Inhale at the front, and exhale. And then inhale, we come back to the front. Now cat gazes at the moon is done bent over with hands on knees. So you bring the hands here just above the knees, thumbs on the inside, and we pull the belly button in. Inhale here, and then you take this shoulder down towards this side. So you drop the shoulder, turn the head, look up to the heavens, a big twist in the spine. So inhale, we look down to the earth. And then exhale, shift to the side a little bit. Drop the shoulder, turn the head, and look up, above. So we're here. And exhale. Inhale here. Inhaling. So you drop the shoulder, you turn the head, and you look to the heavens directly above you. So inhale, look to the earth. Then exhale, drop the shoulder, turn the head, a big twist in the spine as we look up to the heavens. Inhale here, and exhale. Once more here. One more cycle. We come back to the center, and we come on up, and we bring the feet back into that narrow stance. And now we're going to move into our wrap-up, the 5 directions, a bit of meditation in motion. And so we want to have the feet in that stacking of the bone stance. So shoulder, ribs, hip, ankle, all in a pile with this leg bent. Same thing going on over here. This leg's now straight, this knee is bent, and we're making a stack of bones on this side. So we come to the center here, the 5 directions, and we do it moving to the breath once again for a count of 4. And to engage the mind, while we're counting, we're paying attention to a ticking clock, and we're watching our hands. So it's inhale. We lift the hands up. So this is forward. And then it's exhale. Watch the hands come down. This is backward. Inhale, we watch the hand come up on the right side and then down to the hip. Inhale, you watch the hand come up on the left side and down to the hip. And then we come up, Both hands come up at the same time. And we watch the hands come down to the hips. So we go for a count of 8 with this movement here. So inhale. Watch the hands come up. We're on the small triangle. Exhale. We're on the large triangle. Inhale. We're off to the side. Exhale. Come down to the hip. Inhale. We're off to the other side. Down to the hip. Inhale. We're on the small triangle. Exhale. This is a count of 8. We're on the large triangle. So we're here about 4. Count of 4 again. We get down here. So inhale. Exhale. Both hands come up. Inhale, we look to the hand rising up from the side. Exhale, we watch it come down to the hips. Then both hands are on the small triangle with a dragon's back. Exhale, large triangle, turtle back. Last cycle. Inhale, dragon's back. Exhale, turtle back. Stacking the bones to the right. Stacking the bones to the left. Small triangle to the center. Large triangle. Last cycle. All right, and that was the 5 directions, a very nice meditative practice and a good way to end your daily Qigong routine. Now, a couple things before we go. I offer a live class on Zoom on Saturday mornings at 9 a.m. Atlantic time. And if you'd like to take part in the class, you have to send an email to me so I can add you to the distribution list, and you can get an invite. And so send an email to jack.godfrey49@gmail.com, and I'll send you an invite to the Saturday morning classes. And that's it for today.